Hey guys, I am here at the Harrison Avenue crossing in Trenton, Michigan, and today I'm just going to give you just a crash course on how these railroad crossings in Trenton, Wyandotte, and Ecorse operate. Now there is only two gates protecting the whole crossing. There's one on this side, one on the other side. That is true for all the crossings in this area. And at both gated signals, it'll tell you how many tracks are across the whole crossing. So here at Harrison Avenue, there are 6. And now I'm just gonna give you an explanation of how these crossings work. So before I start, I'm gonna show you the difference between the primary lights and the secondary lights. And this is really only applies for the gated signals and the mast signals on the outermost tracks. Doesn't really apply to the inner signals. We'll get to those later. So the primary lights are the lights that come on no matter what track the train is on. So that'd be these right here, these front lights, and also the side lights. And then the back lights on that signal right there. So no matter what track the train is on, even if it's all the way down there in the Flat Rock sub, which is the last track, this gate right here will still go down. The primary lights will activate, the side lights will activate, the bell will ring, the gate lights will activate, the whole 9 yards. So this signal will fully activate, the gate will go down no matter what. So we just talked about the primary lights. Now we're gonna talk about the secondary lights. So let's say there is a train on one of these 3 tracks right here. The primary lights will activate on both sides of the crossing. So the front lights on this signal, back lights on the mast signal, and then same is true for the other set of the gated signal and the mast signal down there. Now here's how you tell what track the train's on. Is the secondary lights will activate. So the secondary lights are the back lights on the gated signals and the front lights on the mast signals. So let's say a train is on this middle track right here. These back lights on this gated signal will flash. Am I getting interrupted by a train right now? I hear there's a crossing. Wow, I am getting interrupted by a train right now. There is another train coming. All right, well, I guess this is gonna be postponed because we have another train coming. Let's see, this is gonna be a great example, guys. Where's he at? It kind of looks like it's on their shoreline. Whoa, someone's like, I don't know what that was. All right, well, let's see what track he's on. Okay, he's on the shoreline. This is gonna be an amazing video, an amazing example of how these crossings work for you guys. Now let's see, is he gonna stay on that side or is he gonna go to the other side? It's right there. Looks like he's staying on that side. Yep, so those lights you see right now, those are the secondary lights. That's how you tell what track the train is on. And then if we look down here, the back lights are off on the gated signal. The front lights are off on the mast. So let's say you got to the crossing, you got here, and the signal's activated. You can still continue all the way across because these lights aren't flashing. And also these aren't flashing either. So, being rudely interrupted by a train. Oh, and there is another one coming down there. So as you can see, these signals here in the middle of the crossing, these are off as well. These are what we call the middle flashers. And these signals belong to Norfolk Southern / Conrail Shared Assets. These signals will stay off unless there is a train on the track that these are directly protecting. So this one right here, and then same is true for this side. Now some of the crossings in this area are a little incorrectly wired. Let's say there's a train on this track right here. This set of signals will activate, so these two. But a lot of the other crossings, these two will activate as well. That's a little incorrect wiring, but this crossing actually does it correctly. So let's see where this other train's at. I think he is on the Flat Rock. He might be stopping right before King Road though. And I'll show you what happens when the train clears the circuit. Yeah, I think that other train stopped right before King Road. And if you look down there, you can actually still see King Road activated, barely. So now if we come look over here, we can see even though the train is all the way down there on the CN Flat Rock, these backlights right here are still activated. The gate's down, the primary lights are still flashing. And the reason it does this is just as a little safety precaution. Because let's say this gate was still up and the only signals activated were those two down there. That could create a backup over the other tracks. And let's say a train were to come on this track right here, this one right in front of me. That wouldn't be any good. So the outermost signals still activate and the gates go down no matter what, just to keep traffic off the entire crossing as much as possible, just in case another train comes. King Road is no longer activated, so I'm going to go capture the end of this train, and I'll show you what happens when the crossing picks up. Alright, there's the end of the train. Now watch what happens when the circuit picks up. The secondary lights shut off. The gates go up on both sides. So the secondary lights shut off right when the circuit picks up, because let's say you were sitting like right here. You couldn't make it all the way across the crossing and you decided to be safe and stop right here. When those lights shut off, technically you're allowed to go even though the gate's still going up. So, all right, that was hysterical. Okay, let's see what this other train's doing, because now his light's back on. He might be stopping right before King Road, because lately trains have been stopping right before King Road on the Flat Rock. Then they sit for a minute and then they come. So I might hang around. Let's see. He's not to King Road yet because I don't see it activated unless he's stopped. Looks like I just saw the gate go down. Yep, King Road is activated. Let's see, is he coming or is he gonna stop? I hope he comes. You can hear that train taking off. Yeah, yes, looks like he's coming. This just really shows you how busy these crossings can get sometimes. I really hope he doesn't stop at King Road. Let's see. Oh no, he's coming, I think. Tell you what, he might stop just before the crossing. He's definitely moving, just pretty slow. Actually, I'm gonna play it safe and get on this side because my car's parked over here and I don't want to be trapped in case he stops over the crossing. I'm gonna go down this road a little bit. Oh, he is going to the other side. Can you hear him going over the railroad diamonds? Hope my phone has enough storage for this really long video. Again, same thing. This gate goes down no matter what. Front lights activate, back lights on this signal. Then the secondary lights are activated down there because that's where the train is. Norfolk Southern metal flashers stay off because there's no train on either one of the Norfolk Southern tracks. Kind of wish there was though. But yeah, this just really shows you how busy these crossings can be sometimes. Is this the same train I caught yesterday? We'll see. Yep, it is. 5787. This one's going a lot slower than the previous one. Now let's say a train were to come like literally right now on this Norfolk Southern track. What would happen is nothing would happen over there. These two signals right here would activate. The secondary lights would still stay off there because there's no train there. All that would happen is just these two signals would activate. And then let's say that train gets done first before the Norfolk Southern did. The secondary lights would shut off like they're about to right now, but the crossing would still stay activated because let's say there's another train right there. Crossing picks up, secondary lights shut off, and no other circuits are activated, so the gate goes up. All right, I hope that helped because we got 2 trains out of it as examples. Thanks for watching. All right, actually I lied. Before I go, I'm gonna briefly explain the metal flashers just because I didn't really get to. So let's say there is a train on this track right here where these 2 signals are. The gate goes down, both gates go down because we know that they go down no matter what. The primary lights activate. Secondary lights stay off because is there a train on one of these 3 tracks? No. Is there a train on the Flat Rock sub? No. So both sets of secondary lights stay off. And what happens is this set of metal flashers right here, they will activate. And there's not really any, there's no like primary and secondary lights with the metal flashers because they're either completely on or they're completely off. So all that happens is these 2 signals right here, they activate, and then the primary lights on both, on all 4 signals for the outer tracks, they activate. The gates go down because they go down no matter what. Now, a lot of the crossings in this area, they have something incorrectly wired with their metal flashers. So let's say a train's on this track right here. These 2 signals activate, but a lot of the other crossings in this area, the other set of Norfolk Southern flashers will activate as well. That is wrong. It was made incorrect when they like upgraded all the signals in Wyandotte. So a lot of the streets do it wrong, but this street actually does it right. It's one of 4 that do it right. The other 3 are Ford Avenue, Mill Street, and Visger Road. And then same is true if there's a train on this track. Gates go down, primary lights are on, and then these 2 flashers activate, and these 2 stay off. So again, I hope that was helpful, and I'm being for real this time, and this is it for the night. Thanks guys so much for watching, and also props to you if you made it all the way to the end of the video. You mean a lot.